that our runners are going to have to conquer. Caroline, I'm going to bring you in here because you went over the route just 2 days ago with the KPMG team, a team that is certainly one to look out for. They've got a number of classy athletes in both the women's and the men's race. But you can see the route map over there. Just take us through what happens as you begin the race.
So I think in the very beginning of the race, it actually starts flat for a little while, and then you start climbing, but it's dark, so you don't actually realize that you're climbing. I can remember always feeling a little bit out of breath at that point and starting to worry about my fitness, and then realizing, hold on, we're actually on a bit of an uphill already. As you move from there, you're still continuously climbing. You get up to the first big hill, which is Kawi's, and once you get to Kawi's, it really is quite a climb, but by this stage it's getting light, so it's a lot easier to see what you're doing. And you also, when you get to the top of Kawi's, you have quite a magnificent view there, which is great. From there you have a little bit of a down, so that relieves things a little bit. And then the next hill obviously coming up is Fields Hill, which is really, in my opinion, that's the toughest one of the race, and that's where the runners have to exercise extreme caution, because that climb goes on forever. It's not a nice road, the camber's not great, and especially considering that it is early on in the race, if you go out a little bit quickly there, then you're really going to struggle later on. From there, our next big hill is Botha's Hill. I can remember on mine, on Botha's Hill, on the up run, that's where, after I'd passed the twins already, they came past me again while I was taking a little walk break on Botha's Hill, and that was quite an experience to get to pass them twice. I had quite a lot of fun doing that. Yeah, but I mean, this is all huge amounts of climbing as we're going through all of this, so it does become quite taxing on the body. From there, though, you have a little bit of a break as you go down to halfway in Drummond. And Drummond's such an atmosphere, and when you get to that halfway mark, you feel like, okay, you know, most of the hard work.
Sorry, chipinga ndizvino hune mbambe iyatakuchedza hune kebala meara ubvangika vudula kwazulu natal batoka korana unekedza mbambe no takuchedza mbambe heino khadibana namosi hune ndizulwa nebukuma zvine bone khava dzule vatelele babona zolo kukhedite amini khadibana namosi. Indeed, I know you said it right correctly that when you look at the athletes, they're not going to be able to be sure as to when and how they're going to be going.
Well, that's Max Trimborn's famous cock crow signaling the start. We're waiting for the mayor there to shoot the gun and get the athletes underway. And there we go. The Comrades Marathon is a go for 2017. You saw a lot of the favorites there at the start, and you can see the athletes streaming away there. For the ones in H batch right at the back, they will take up to 8 minutes or 10 minutes even to cross that start line. And of course the Comrades is what they call a gun to mat race, so the timing starts immediately for everybody. It doesn't just start when you cross the start line. The race has started even for the guys at the back, and you can see the festive atmosphere there outside Durban City Hall as the Comrades Marathon underway. About 18,000 people out there on the road today. And Brian, you said you had a lot of stats here where people are from. 46% of that field is from Gauteng.
It is indeed, Arno. A very good morning to you. Welcome to it. It is the 2017 edition of the Comrades, 92nd edition overall of this ultra marathon. It really does test you. They talk about it, they say, Arno, it will humble you. It's October. That is a break thing indeed when you're talking about the Comrades. Indeed, it's going to be an up run, so we'll be looking to see exactly how things will be for today. We're talking about all the favorites. We do know one of the favorites could have been, but she's not part of the race for today. She's bringing some different contribution, not running, but really talking about the running.
Well, Izutobo was last year's Comrade slogan, it will humble you. This year, it's Zinikele, it takes all of you. And the athletes have really taken to that slogan, it takes all of you. They're all in it together. It's an 86.7 kilometer run, and it's a grueling day for most of these runners, but they experience it together, they suffer together, and it's really a day of heartache, misery, but also lots and lots of joy along the way.
Zinikele izijia mwana muwa bewe salu lushaka uri kona ḓiwana ri kha mbambe heino vha ḓo zwimbula zwa uri takuwa ha mbambe heino minete hei ine ya ḓo gangalangala i swikaho ya fumi a ri nga ḓivha ri khou vhona zwa khou itea mini ngauri hafha ri khou amba nga vhathu vhane vha paḓa zwigidi swikaho zwa fumimalo vhane vha ḓivha tshipiḓa tsha mbambe heino kha ḓuvha na musi hafha hune ra khou dzula hone hune ra khou ri ndi mbambe khulwane vhukuma ḓivha zwakale i khou ḓo itea kha ḓuvha na musi mashudu mavhi gasi la vhafumakadzi Caroline Wostman uri naye hafha ḓoni dza khasho hune u khou rana u lavhelesa zwithu ngauri ha khou vha tshipiḓa tsha mbambe heino nga mulandu wa mafuvhalo. And of course we're going to miss a lot on the field, Brian.
I want to talk about this particular fact here. I mean, if you talk about going out here to run 80-something Ks of running up the mountains to other different places to eventually get to Pietermaritzburg right at the end, you have to think about the fact that you eventually have to come out there and give everything. Yes, Zinigele, number one, but also it will bring you down, because if you believe you've made it, when you get here, you are brought up against nature, and somehow you'll come out falling seriously.
Well, that's very true. And of course, a lot of these runners will talk about the time it takes them to cross the start line, to walk. You see 3 minutes.
They will be trying to get those throughout the day to see which of those celebrities have come out as well in great numbers. Politicians have left their suits. They've come out here in great numbers as well to join the human and try and be out here in this ultimate human race.
Yeah, I just want to take this back a little bit. I was joking about the Bill Rowan medal, saying you're a serious athlete, but I want to put it in perspective. It doesn't mean if you get a bronze or a Vic Clapham, you're not a serious runner. In fact, the Bill Rowan translates to about 6 minutes per kilometer over the Comrades route. And for a lot of people out there who are used to doing park runs or 10K runs, that might seem like an achievable goal. But have you seen the Comrades route profile? Wow. The first 37 kilometers we've said is climbing. If you get to Tollgate from the start, that's a very gentle climb for most of these runners. Most of them won't even notice they're climbing, but they climb from the start. Then you get to Cowies, which is the first one of the big five, followed by Fields Hill, which is a 3-kilometer monster, and then Bothas Hill, which is the final one of the top three in the first half. And only then, after 37 kilometers, do you get a gentle downhill down Elveston into Drummond. So maintaining that 6 minutes a kilometer to get a Bill Rowan is some ask on this route. And most people will tell you that the first half of the Comrades route is tougher than most marathons out there.
Ndizvakoma gamanda musi wolabalesa uri utakuwa hunara khova hone hapa kadharapo ini yaba ya Durban vatombolosa uri huva huna zvikwara zva chimaro wolabalesa chikwara cha Cows Hill uchitaku libange Pine Town ubvarepo vakoliva pala Wilson Park ubvarepo inanda.
Much about the route as possible, but just the uncertainty was still huge. So everything that you're going through, you're taking in for the first time, and nobody can describe to you how amazing it is to have those supporters on the side of the road busy cheering you on. It's just absolutely incredible.
But then does it really mean that, you know what, if you are a very first start of the marathon, a novice, so to say, how long does it take you to really adjust and say, look, it's me now, whatever has been petrifying me, I really have to forget about it?
You know, I think that as soon as you start running and you're moving forward, a lot of that fear goes away. So you have the fear at the start line about this unknown journey, but as you're going along, you start to forget about it, and you start just taking in the atmosphere, chatting to the other runners en route. I can remember chatting to a lot of people who had green numbers already, looking out for their green numbers on their bibs, and asking them, how have you done this? How have you done 10 Comrades? And just getting advice from them as I was doing my journey.
The crowd running around the last bend there, and he will be able to see the finish line very, very shortly.
Yeah, the crowd is waiting for him. He's a local boy. They're all waiting for him. Everybody's excited. We're all excited for him. He's looking very good. You can see he has a lot in the tank. He's just enjoying the moment now.
Yes, he's coming now to the final bend. Bongumsa Mtembu. He's getting in there now, getting his flag now. He's all marching in. He's the man that's done it. 2014, he was the champion. He finished overall 17th on an up run in 2015. He was third in 2016. But here he is now. He's got a time to start celebrating. A moment of glory for him as he's coming now to the end run here. Everybody's standing out around here for him, Ano.
Well, he has the traditional message from the mayor of Durban to the mayor of Pietermaritzburg in his left hand. He had the rose in his right hand, and he's already given that to somebody in the crowd as he just puts his hands aloft and takes the adoration of the South African crowd here. He is the champion in 2017, his second Comrades Marathon win. He had to wait 3 years to get another one from 2014. And I thought for a minute there he was going to do it, David Khatebi, and do a few push-ups. But no, he is just giving thanks that he was able to finish first this year.
Yeah, the title stays at home. The title stays in KZN. What an amazing...
9, a bookbinder and printing works employee, Reg Ellison, showed just why perseverance is key. He finished runner-up the previous 2 years and eventually won his first Comrades.
The money's raised equally to the 6 official charities, but each of the charities also has its own initiatives whereby they raise funds for themselves, and then of course the runners have a choice. They can actually make a donation directly to one of the charities, or they may choose to go out and raise funds. You know, we have Raise for Charity, whereby runners that raise over 5,000 Rand for an individual charity, they get seated specially behind the lead runners, so they have a little bit of an advantage at the start there, and but that encourages them obviously to get very involved.
All of the charities, and I want us to say well done to the comrades for making sure that at least we also make sure we look after our loved ones and also the charities that are around the country. I do know when I went to the Comrade 2 years ago, I was part of the team there from a broadcasting point of view as well. BT, let me make that one clear.
No, please,
and I met a few of them, Abidibidi, I met them, Solos, all the different charities from the Pink Drive. So all of those I met as well, and do know it is very, very for a good cause indeed.
Well, indeed, I think this is one thing that, year in, year out, we get to learn and to hear from them. And of course, I think, for people who would be able to say, we're going all out there, not for our own sake, of not for their own making, but making sure that we're really going to be able to run just for helping other people out there. Now, there goes the buzz. I love this moment. I love this time. Look, you can love these guys. They all organize. Imagine, nobody's going to be able to really jump onto the other one. They know they are even organizers. They are marshals over there now getting together right here. I think they are really marking that time wherein they had to get that bronze medal, 9 hours as well as a sub 11 hours. Incredible indeed moment right here as they enter under the tunnel right here, getting to the finish line.
You really can feel the spirit there. You can see they're all happy. They are achieving the objective. The massive numbers. They're going there. They're finishing strong. You can see them all happy.
He's indeed in there. The 10-hour bus are just arriving now, and they're all having fun. They're enjoying themselves. It has been there throughout. When you see the buses coming through, it is the people that are coming here just for fun. They're not here to try and beat any time or try and contest and try and get the prize money. They're just here to have fun. They're all going to come back and say, we were there. We did it under 10 hours, and that's where they are. Wow. As you see them coming through.
Quite a proud moment indeed from these guys, ladies and gentlemen, right here, getting there for the 10-hour mark. Of course, I think they so motivated to say, listen, we couldn't be able to get the Bill Rowan medal, but we have now arrived. We're going to be able to get all the bronze medal. Quite a wonderful, significant moment indeed from this side of the guys coming up right here.
So those bronze medals are between 9 and 11 hours. So there's still an hour and a bit left for those guys to try and catch the bronze medal. And from there you go to the Vic Clapham medal, as said, when Velen was talking about it, saying it was just introduced now. And most of the guys will tell you, if you ran after 11 hours, not really been a comrade kind of ultra marathon rather, they'll say, nah, you are one of those that got in there and got something just for being there.
Well, true indeed, because I think, when you look at the overall picture of the Comrades Marathon, I think it's quite a wonderful, I think indeed, because number one, you could see people going out there for prizes. Number two, for charity. Number three, people going out there for fun. Number four, people going out there to say we were part of the history making right there.
Yes, people go into Comrades for a lot of different reasons. Some are for health issues, some are running for family members, some are just going there for fun, it's a nice weekend, some are new members in the running community. They're just taking the 90 or the 87 kilometers as a big challenge. Yeah, so it's the main goal of their running career in a year. So people run for different causes.
Last year's run, it was called the hashtag is October, but this one is Ziniyele. So give everything here. So it is all up to you. In Sesotho, they say Inahele. So give everything. Go out there and really have fun. That is race ground. Ka mishwamararo ka morao ra bohlano hoseng ha ba qala ho tswa mane Durban City Hall ke bona ba fitla mona Pietermaritzburg ba qetella yona race ya bona ntho le ne mnate haholo mpa ra tseba hore motho a ileng a hapa tsona yona kgau ena selemong sena ke monna o tsona mona Pietermaritzburg re buang hantle ka ntatjena le yena Mthembu. So now there's now some chance now for us to get some. There's a bus that is standing by. Udo Karel says there. You will get all of them to get involved in this bus.
Let's get on a bus. Here's the driver of the 10-hour bus. Linda, how tough was it getting this group over the line?
Oh, there's many times. I am so blessed to be able to go with these people.
Listen, let's speak to the guy. What do you want to say to the man who got you over the line?
This is a great leader, my man. If you want to win, if you want to tackle the comrades, must follow him.
Come this way, come this way, come this way. I want to have a chat with the ladies. Ladies, Maria, you've got a wonderful bus driver here. What do you want to say to your bus driver?
We thank him. He's a very excellent driver, and he's got a discipline. Please, let him drive us forever and ever. I love you, Linda.
I love it, I love it. There we go. Shona, Maria, thanking Linda, the bus driver. Get your medals. Go, 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 go.
1972, another year where Britain proved its comrades' greatness when Mick Horton set up a new uprun record of 5:48.57, becoming the 8th novice to win comrades.
Bogim Mthembu ndiye otoho namba mbehene kakala kwena ngwaha fetsi ya ngamba so jipkuma ngamswana simpwentlela buimabuni haba burati mswana democracy we atakwa zabo tibkuma fetsi ya zakonda babukati kola kana ba 8 mswana prodigal Kumalo number 9 mswana Stephen Way ngena khona uri ndi bane boba ne kulabisa bone khad bana mosi.
The first half of the 50s belonged to Wally Hayward, who clocked up comrades victories number 2, 3, 4 and 5. The second to Gerald Walsh, who won 55 and 56. But 1957 belonged to Mercer Davies.